A few days ago, somebody said to me,
Hey Jane, so yeah, there's this person I think you should meet. He's a very intelligent digital business developer. Yeah, I really think people will get to learn a whole lot from him. You should meet him. What do you think?
as a sucker for knowledge, I said, yeah, sure, cool, let's do it. Then my friend and I packed up and off we went. We are currently at a place called Summit. This is where we get to meet and talk with this sage.
My name is Temi Tokwe Awelewa. I am a digital business developer. I am the executive director of the Millionaires Academy Nigeria. What we do at the Millionaires Academy is we're a financial training academy. We train people on how they can raise capital either to start a new business or they want to expand their existing businesses without taking bank loan. We have a partnership with an international organization that is empowering Nigerians. The vision is to empower 50,000 Nigerians to be monthly millionaires. We believe that if we have more people whose financial income is 1 million naira a month, they can be able to lift other people from poverty. That means they are personally out of poverty. Most percentage of people in Nigeria are living below, the poverty line. So our vision is to teach people how they can raise capital, how they can be independent of the economy of Nigeria. What you need in this life is not money. What you need is information. Just have access to one information, it can transform the entire course of your life. Most times it's not just about the information, it's about you opening your heart to recognize that this is an information that is capable of changing your life. A lot of young people today are frustrated because they are passionate. Passion is not enough to make money. Passion is not, if you are just passionate, and you are not well positioned, you don't know what you should do. There are jobs people should not do anymore because the world has gone beyond those things. When I go to Abeokuta, when my office go to Abeokuta, the first person I wanted to meet was Obasanjo because I knew that meeting Obasanjo was going to blow out my business. I met him, I pitched my business to him, and it was sold out. There are vehicles that are faster for a young person to become whoever you want to be. Even if you now have a purpose, you can use those vehicles to drive them. It's more like you're going to Lagos and you're trekking, and that person is, on a bicycle, and that person is, riding a car or driving a car, and that person took a flight. These are vehicles to get to Lagos. Every one of you are going to Lagos, but someone will be faster, and that person will be frustrated or even die along the way. You understand? So you need to recognize the vehicle that is faster for you. I started the Millionaires Academy about 4 years ago. That was when I finished my higher institution. Before that time, I came out from a family where my dad had to call an extended family meeting to pay my first year school fee of just a little over 100,000 naira. My dad told me, I said, young man, there is no way we can raise this school fee. We can't raise this money. He said there are several individuals in Nigeria who didn't go to school and they are making money. And he told me I can be one of them. My mom insisted and said, no, by all means, this boy must go to school. It became a very big fight at home. It was one of the most terrible experiences I've had as a young man. Everybody gathered in our house and my dad told them, Temi Tokwet in admission. Everybody were excited. Some of them were praying, God will provide, money. And my dad told them, when you going to that we're gathered here because of this school fee. I'd like you guys to support me so I can pay his first year school fee. The meeting scattered for more than 4 times before they eventually concluded. And after the meeting that lasted for about 3 hours, we were able to pay my first year school fee 3 times on 3 installments. So if anybody is telling me that you're from a poor background, I'll tell you that my family is the senior of that kind of background. God is giving you direction, not just for you, but because you are leading other people. He will not allow you to lead them astray. So he has to direct you. One day, You know, God started changing my life through my encounter with a little boy. The little boy ran to me and said, Bodai Joy for me 20 naira. Said I should give him 20 naira. I gave him 20 naira. But I asked him some certain questions. What do you want to do with this money? And he told me he has not eaten that he has not eaten since yesterday. I was furious, not because the boy has not eaten, but it was a time that that boy was supposed to be in school. So my thought was, even if your parents will not give you food, you are not supposed to be on the streets at this time. At least you should go to school. And if they cannot send you to school, they should at least give you money for food. And I said I was going to follow him home. So I went with the little boy. Getting to his house, I discovered that the little boy had lost his both parents. The father and mother were no more, and he was living with a grandmother that whatever the little boy begged for on the street is what the grandmother eats with. That was, at that point, two things happened to me. First, I was extremely excited because for the first time, I just discovered that my family is not the worst.
Hmm.
And secondly, I was terribly sad seeing a little boy that was already feeding an adult without a job. And I told myself that whatever it takes, I need to get that boy back to school. Everybody have a purpose. First of all, everybody needs to understand there is something that you can do for free.
Writing.
If I wake you in the middle of the night and say, come and do this thing for me,
Yeah.
you're not doing it for me because it's me. You're doing it because you're always excited when it comes to, if it's that thing, leave me, I'll do it. Do you understand? Even though you don't feel like you should do it, but it's writing now. I need to do it. That's a purpose. I asked the grandmother a question, Mama, if I'm buying you these food materials, if I'm bringing you, food materials that will last you for 1 month, can you release this boy to me? And Mama said, everything I'm looking for now is food. If you give me food, you can take him. That was how I posted the picture of the little boy on my Facebook, called on my friends, and I was able to raise money and I got him back to school. On getting to the school, after I paid the school fee, changed his school uniform, bought his academic materials, I was about to leave the school when this principal called me. I said, Mr. Temitope, thank you for this one that you have done. He said, but in this school, there are plenty other children like this. That there are cases that are even worse, more than the boy I brought. And he started bringing them out. I saw children that would never be in school on market days because they need to be in the market. That was the day I made a decision that, okay, look, if Facebook has helped me to help one, that means I can use the same platform to help more of them. So at that point, that was my 200 level at the University of Adó-Ekiti. I launched the campaign called Let's Feed a Market Child. For every individual who God created, there's an assignment for you. All of us came to this world for an assignment. Problem is, a lot of people have not taken their time to understand their own assignments. The idea of the campaign is to help street and market children get back to school, but I was going to be begging for them on Facebook. So I was soliciting for them, advocating for them on Facebook, and I did that from my 200 level till I graduated. For everybody who has recognized their assignment, it's more like there's a state, there's an allocation.
Yes.
If there is
Yes.
no
Yes.
state,
There is
you
no
can't get
allocation.
an allocation. I can't go to Buhari now and say, where's my own allocation? I'm not a governor of a state. I don't have a state. So there is no allocation for me. For everybody on an assignment, there's a provision to take care of those assignments. The moment I finished my final exam, the day I finished my final exam was when somebody sent me a message on Facebook, and the person said he has been following me for 4 years. And he said he loved what I've been doing with children. And he said, now that you're a graduate, what do you want to do now? I said, I'll get my certificate and look for a job. And the guy said, if you get a job and you're collecting salary, there's no assurance you can even feed yourself. Talk less of taking care of other children. And he said he wanted to, show me an information, show me a platform that can, help me as an individual become that person that I wanted to become. From Adó-Ekiti, he invited me to Abuja So we started the Millionaires Academy. Today we have several offices in almost all the major cities of Nigeria. So what we're doing for the past 4 years is that we've been working with young, old, either you are educated or you are not educated, giving them an opportunity to strive. You don't need any godfather to make money. You don't need certificates to make money. You don't need to be a Christian or Muslim to make money. You just need an information. Throughout the political campaign in Nigeria, I didn't put emotion. I was being realistic. One thing that was sure for me is that whoever becomes the president of Nigeria, I'm going to survive. I'm going to be fine. Yes, absolutely. Now, the thing is, a lot of entrepreneurs are making so much money in Nigeria today because Nigeria is a place that has so much problems. There are a lot of things that are thriving in Nigeria today that cannot thrive in the UK because those problems have been solved. Nobody will pay for it. But in Nigeria, people are paying for solutions because somebody is providing the problem. Question you should answer yourself: do I want to keep living my life like this? Do I want to solve this problem? Just like we were talking about passion, once you know what problem you want to solve, you will realize if it needs you to climb the position of leadership to get it solved,
Or if you need to follow somebody.
That will help you to realize maybe it's a job you need, or you need to be an entrepreneur. Everybody cannot be. If everybody becomes entrepreneur, then who becomes my driver? Who becomes my secretary?
Wow.
Who becomes gardeners?
That makes sense.
You need to recognize if it's something you want. Some people started business because their friends, are also in business, so they don't want to be left alone. I feel whichever path you want to be, is your choice. You need to find a mentor.
Mentor?
Yes, you need to find a mentor, somebody who has climbed that step that you love to climb. It's better to have a mentor than to read a book. It's better for me to have you as a mentor in video photography than to read a book. I made a decision. I can't collect salary. Salary cannot be enough for me. I have children I need to take care of. I can't survive on salary. So I needed to become somebody that has built a larger capacity that can pay other people. I don't want to wait for people to pay me. I'm currently writing a book, The City Takers, and I'm sharing the challenges I faced, while starting a business, and how young persons can go through those challenges and still take a city for themselves. I also shared the power of relationship. I shared power mapping. I shared pitching. How do you pitch your idea in 1 minute? How do you tell me about what you do and I give you my card for another appointment? I talk about branding, personal branding, business branding, and others.